Ah, well, just let him bleed.
Dawn breaks with a pale, watery light
I'll
that
bleed
barely
it out,
penetrates
dig
the
it
cave
deeper
mouth.
just to throw
You
it
wake
away.
with a gentle nudge. His eyes
This is the
open
beginning of the
against
training arc. Everyone's
you
gonna get
slip out into the
stronger,
forest.
better,
the air
faster.
sharp and biting. Specky sniffs at the undergrowth, but the snares remain empty. The caches hidden well.
Hitting him with the shard, I'm not using a point on it. We'll just have to let him bleed out and try and save him like we did last time.
Ah, well, just let him bleed.
Dawn breaks with a pale, watery light
I'll
that
bleed it
barely
out,
penetrates
dig
the
it
cave
deeper
mouth.
just to throw
You
it
wake
away.
with a gentle nudge. His eyes
This is the
open
beginning of the
against
training arc. Everyone's
you
gonna get
slip out into the
stronger,
forest.
better,
the air
faster.
sharp and biting. Specky sniffs at the undergrowth, but the snares remain empty. The caches hidden well. You gather fallen wood, dry and brittle under the snow, and haul it back to the cave. The fire crackles to life.
I didn't find any
pushing
snares
back the
or
chill.
caches
The
again.
wolves
God damn
wake,
it.
stretching and yawning, and you feed them the remaining chunks of beast meat. They eat with gusto, their strength returning.
Listen well, brother. The rage is a fire, but it must be forged in iron. You will train until your anger is a blade you sheathe at will. And then, the true binding.
Hrolf sits by the fire, his eyes wide as you explain the final step of his induction. You tell him he will take a shard of silver holy burning metal and embed it in his own flesh, a wound he will carry and learn to close. Then, he will consume the heart and flesh of the beast, taking its power into his own body. The cave falls silent, save for the pop of the fire.
Silver in the blood, beast flesh in the belly. You are not making a Viking.
I'm making a monster.
You are making a monster.
Chill, Pappy, chill.
Embed it in me and eat the heart.
Oh, he's for the pack. He's for the pack.
If that is the price of the pack, then I will pay it.
Oh my god. I mean, it's not the price of the pack. I want to tell him that.
Hrolf's hands shake as he picks up a sliver of silver from the pile of harvested claws. He looks at the raw meat of the beast, then at you, his face pale but set. He is terrified, but he does not refuse.
Okay. This is not a price to pay for the pack. And you can feel free to deny the offer. But I believe you are fit for the role. We will all train together as a family in and around this cave for as long, as many moons as it takes, until you are a fully grown Viking. We will blood bond as a family, so even in rage no harm you shall bestow upon your brothers and sisters. And then, only then, will we proceed with the ritual. It does not matter how long this takes. We will grow strong enough to conquer this plane as a pack family. As a pack fam. We go do it as a pack fam. What you know about the pack fam?
The silver shard slips from Hrolf's fingers, clattering onto the stone floor. He exhales, a long, shuddering breath, and looks at you with eyes that shine with unshed gratitude. You tell him this is not a price,
but a path he can choose.
Yeah,
when
we're
he
not
is ready.
forcing him to do it. We're not forcing
You
him to do
speak
it.
of moons spent in this cave, training together as a family, forging a bond so strong that even the wildest rage cannot break it. Only then, when he is a Viking in truth, will the
Yes,
ritual be
yes.
considered.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. I will train. I will become strong. But blood bond? What does that mean?
You explain the blood bond. You take your sea axe knife and make a small cut on your palm. Then do the same for Hrolf. You press your hands together, letting your blood mix with his. The wolves gather close, and you do the same for them.
Nice,
A small
nice.
nick on the ear. The mingling of scent and life. You tell them that this blood is a promise. No harm will come to pack from pack, no matter the rage or the battle. You are family.
How quaint. A little blood to keep the monsters from eating each other. Let us hope it holds when the moon rises again.
The days that follow fall
The
into
Vikings
a rhythm.
had
The
runes,
cave
right?
becomes your world. You train Rolf in the ways of the axe and the bow,
Yes,
drilling
they
him
did.
until his hands are calloused and his movements are sure. You teach the wolves to flank, to strike, and to retreat, turning their natural instincts into a coordinated weapon. You meditate with Rolf, teaching
gonna,
him to
like,
channel his
get
fear
Viking
and
runes.
anger into
What
a
do we have in
cold,
our
focused rage
inventory?
that he can control. The beast meat keeps you strong. The fire keeps you warm.
We've
and
still got the
pack
beast
grows
stuff that we
closer
need to
with
turn
every
into stuff,
passing
okay.
moon.
Time loses its meaning outside the cave walls, but inside, you can feel the change. Hrolf stands taller now. His voice is deeper, his gaze steady. The wolves move at his command as readily as they do at yours. The bond holds. The cave is stocked with furs, meat, and weapons. You are ready.
So, the boy is a man, the wolves are warriors, and you are still here. The world hasn't ended, Chosen, but it is still waiting.
Alright, alright, alright. We take time from training to bond as a family, not just a hunting pack. Not just for survival, oh, but also for love, comfort, aid. Yes, 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 yes. We spend nights foraging and looking for loot as a family, looking for any animals to hunt for. Bones, teeth, antlers, anything of the kind to be made into weapons or armor. We also scavenge for all the silver we can find in the area. We tell stories to each other and the dogs. We bond and love the dogs even more. Then once all this is done, we return to the cave, gather everything, and craft. Not craft. Okay, we got some stuff from
The
hunting. We
training
got some
blades
stuff
are
from
set
hunting.
aside, replaced by shared meals and stories told by firelight. You sit with Rolf and the wolves, the air thick with the warmth of the fire and the smell of roasting meat. You speak of halls you cannot remember, of battles that feel like dreams, and Rolf listens, wide-eyed. adding his own quiet tales of a life before the cave. The wolves press close, their heavy heads in your laps, content in the silence of the pack. It is not just survival anymore. It is life, carved out of
Nice.
the cold rock and the dark forest.
This is where we wanted to get.
Domestic bliss. Who would have thought the end of the world would smell like wet dog and contentment?
Okay, Crow, go away.
When the sun is high, you lead the pack out into the forest. The woods are quiet, the snow deep and undisturbed. You hunt for what the beast left behind, and the forest yields its secrets. In the hollows of ancient trees, you find bones old, bleached white, strong enough for tools. Near a frozen stream, glinting in the pale light, you spot fragments of silver, perhaps lost by travelers, or shed by the beast in its madness.
You gather it all, the pack moving as one, a shadow among the trees.
The wolves find a deer carcass, frozen and half-buried, and you harvest the antlers, heavy and jagged, perfect for your work.
Okay, okay.
As the light begins to fade, you return to the cave, your packs heavy with raw materials. The barricade is strong, the fire is ready, and the mood is light. You dump the bones, antlers, and silver onto the stone floor, the clatter echoing off the walls. Hrolf looks at the pile, then at you, his hands already reaching for the crafting tools.
We have enough here to make anything. Armor. Weapons.
We can
What
make
do we build
everything.
for a sister?
Could we tame the wolf instead of fighting it? What, the big
The
one?
cave is ready.
No,
The
no.
pack is fed.
That thing just
The
goes for your
materials wait.
goddamn neck.
The time has come to craft.
It doesn't even, like, things that are supposed to be deterrents for it don't even work as deterrents. It's scared of fire and silver, and it just walked over all my coals with silver shards in it just to get my goddamn neck. The thing is crazy. It tries to...
for you.
It still tries to fight me. After I used my axe to split its head in half, and it immediately tries to heal, it's still trying to fight you while that's happening. You gotta, like, split it and stab it with the silver at the same time. The thing's a demon, bro. That's why on the ice there was nothing to do, because I was just out in the open. Like, you need to set up like a choke point for it. Alright. Before we craft, we take more family time. We also take this time to share knowledge and train more than our combat prowess. And what I'm going to do is I've opened my character sheet and I'm just going to say what we trained. We trained our mental, social, insight, survival, perception, and persuasion skills as far as we could for as many days as we could. We bonded even more as a pack and a family. We also discussed what Boy had seen on his travels on the island. I told him about ancient Viking runes that could protect us and aid us as a family. We discuss what our family rune should be so we can use it on us. I had to cut down how much that made sense because I was running out of words. See if the game goes for that. I'm like, I just opened up my character sheet and looked at what everything was weak, and I was like, well, we trained all of this for as many days as it took.
The fire burns low, coals glowing like a sleeping dragon's eye.
I'm
You
racking
sit
up
with
stuff.
Rolf and the
Warm,
wolves,
fed,
the air
alert,
thick with
rested,
the warmth
loved,
of the
wise,
cave and the scent
connected.
of roasting meat.
Shee.
You speak not of war, but of the mind's sharpness and the tongue's power. You teach Rolf to watch the shadows for lies, to listen to the wind for truth, and to read the land for survival. He learns to track not just beasts, but the subtle shifts in mood and intent. The wolves join in, their ears perked at your lessons,
We
as
got
if
the wolves
understanding the
meditating.
language of silence.
Nice.
I never thought listening could be as hard as fighting. But I hear more now.
He's
The
ready to be an
wolves
MMA
breathing,
fighter.
The woods
Get him
settling.
into the UFC.
It's like the cave is talking to me.
Days turn into a blur of shared stories and quiet moments. You ask Rolf of his travels on the island, and he speaks of the frozen passage
That's
and
where
the
we're
fear
going.
that ruled his life before the pack. He tells of the bandits' cruelty and the nights spent huddled in the cold, always watching.
I
for
wonder
the
if he
beast.
knows where there's more people.
You share the lore of the runes, ancient symbols of power that protected your ancestors. Together, you sketch designs in the dirt, debating the shape of your family's sigil. Should it be the wolf, strong and loyal? The raven, watching from above? Or something new, born of blood and survival?
A mark to bind you together. Will it keep you safe? Or just make it easier to find your bones when you fall?
The
Hopefully it
sun
keeps
dipped
us
below
safe.
the horizon, painting the cave mouth in hues of violet and bruised orange. The bond between you deepens, a silent understanding that passes without words. The wolves rest their heads on your laps, their eyes closing in trust. You feel stronger, not just in arm, but in spirit. The training has forged a pack that is more than fighters. You are family, bound by blood and purpose. The pile of bones, antlers, and silver waits, ready to be shaped into the tools of your legacy.
Okay, okay. First, we make our family sigil and protection sign with the intent that no matter our mind state or transformation, we will recognize the pack, if not by scent, then by sigil. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. We then get to crafting the. We then okay, yeah. Before discussing what to craft, we plan it all out as to make the resources go as far as they can and give everyone the best they can. I then discuss the beast. What did we call it? Ritual with the boy, and if he wants to proceed. We discuss the silver mechanism that he will embed in his body, that he can remove and try to replace himself, or I or someone else can. Yes. Training arc is almost complete. Bram, loved, rested, wise, connected, warm, fed. We should just stay here. We basically beat the game
You take
of
a
life.
piece of charcoal and draw on the smooth stone floor near the fire. The wolves watch, heads cocked, as you sketch a design that binds you all a wolf's head intertwined with a raven's wing, encircled by a shield rim. You explain that this mark will be carved into your armor, burned into your gear, so that even in
Yes.
madness or transformation, the sigil will speak what the scent cannot. Hrolf nods, tracing the lines with a finger, his eyes bright with understanding.
The wolf and the raven together. It fits. We are the pack that watches, The pack that hunts.
Yes, yes.
Next, you spread the scavenged resources across the floor bones, antlers, silver scraps, and the heavy beast pelt. You and Rolf plan carefully, calculating how to stretch the silver to reinforce the bone armor for the wolves, and craft a new hauberk for yourself. The antlers will become daggers and spearheads. The beast pelt will line your cloaks. Every scrap has a purpose. Every shard of silver a place to strike.
Efficient. You would make a fine quartermaster in Valhalla, assuming they let wolves in the hall.
Well, if they don't, there's going to be a
With
problem.
the plan set, the conversation turns to the ritual. You speak of the silver mechanism, a small, flat piece of silver, filed smooth, designed to be embedded under the skin of the chest, close to the heart. You explain that it can be removed, replaced, or left to heal over, a permanent link to the moon metal's power. Hrolf listens intently, his hand unconsciously rubbing his chest.
Under the skin, close to the heart. It will hurt. But if it makes me strong enough to protect the pack, I want it. I want to be ready.
The firelight flickers
Is
over the
he
drawn
ready, though?
sigil,
Is
casting
he
long
ready?
shadows in the cave. The
Doesn't
plan
sound
is
like
I don't
it.
made.
think he is.
The
No, I'm
resources
kidding,
are
he is.
ready.
Of course he is.
The boy is willing.
He is
the only
willing.
thing left is to begin.
Okay, he is willing, but I've got one thing left to do. I think we're going to craft all our armor, and then I'm going to ask him if he knows where there's more people. We're going to go to them, try to recruit them or kill them, and see how he reacts to that. Because if he questions us, or, you know, like the pack or the family or anything, then he's not ready to be a ravaging beast. Okay. It sounds like you are ready, but I want you to think about it for some more time. Let's practice and go over our crafting and weapons and armor until we are masters at it. Then make the wolf armor, my chain mail, cover my axe with silver or just the tip, just the arc of the blade. Make your bow better. You can have my normal wolf cape, and I will have the beast. Oh, no, actually. He can have the beast cape, considering what's about to happen. You can also have a cape made out of the beast pelt, boy. Fitting for what might happen. Also use the beast claws and fangs for the dogs and my armor. It's sundown. Then we rest for the night, eat, and I asked the boy if he knows of camps. Yes. I want to go loot another camp. I want to get more loot and train more before we proceed, because once we get to the hermit, that is that, dude. It is like, there's no time to train or barely rest. You get to rest in the hermit's house.
You tell
But I
Hrolf
didn't
to
rest
wait,
outside because it
to
was so
let the
crazy.
idea of the silver settle in his mind like a stone in deep water. There is no rush. The cave is warm. The fire is bright.
I wonder if they're going to
and
give
the
me
pack is
another
safe.
blood moon
You spend the day in
whilst
the
I'm here.
rhythm of the forge, the sound of bone on stone and the rasp of silver filling the air. You work the beast pelt into a heavy, ragged cape for Hrolf, the fur thick enough to turn a blade and warm enough to sleep in the snow. You stitch the claws and teeth into the wolf's armor, turning them into nightmares of bone and silver.
and weave the antlers into new hauberks for yourself.
You take your axe, the iron already
Nice,
stained
nice.
with the beast's blood, and carefully hammer silver into the arc of the blade, a moon crescent of death.
Alright, we got some kind of
You
silver on the
restring the
blade now.
yew-bow, reinforcing the limbs with bone and sinew until it sings when drawn. By the time the sun sets, you are not just survivors. You are armed. You are masters of the cave.
A fine armory, the beast's own skin, worn by the boy who killed it. Irony is the sharpest blade
And the
of
boy
all.
who will become it.
You eat a hearty meal of roasted meat and drink deeply from the mead flask. The fire crackles, casting long shadows against the walls. You look at Hrolf, his new cape draped over his shoulders, and ask him if he knows of any other camps on the island. Places where others might be hiding, or where you might find more of what you need.
Camps. Cattell kept us moving. We never stayed long in one
A
place.
hut. That's the hermit's hut, though.
But I remember a hut.
Oh, a woman lives there.
On the plains,
Oh, we didn't meet
south
her.
of here. A woman lives there.
Okay, okay.
Secret. Cattell wanted to rob her, but we never did. And there's the hermit. In the North Forest. In a tree. He's mad,
My
Talks
morning or
to
night's person? I'm an
ravens.
all-day person,
but
baby.
he knows things.
All day. All night. All day. All night. What the fuck? Johnny. La gente está muy loca. Alright. We are going to the lady. Come morning, we shall go visit the lady. See if she has anything to help us, whether that be information or weapons or armor or even joining our cause. Yes. On the way, we'll keep our eyes out for loot to improve our armor and weapons to become overpowered. Yes. But now we rest, meditate, build and control our rage. Yes. Then we shall feast, laugh and love as a family. Then we will sleep. I trust our alertness and the barricade to allow us all to have one good night's sleep before we depart our beloved cave. Rest now, pack, family. Nice. I'll go visit the lady, because we didn't see her last time. We just saw the hermit, see what he got.